Oh, what's this? It's 11:30 at night on a Thursday. I got a magazine today. This is hockey news. Remember, I post the videos so you guys don't have to buy them. Or maybe you do want to buy them after I give my review of magazines, etc., etc. Now, it's funny. I feel like I'm being trolled for the fact the Canucks won when they're my favorite team. How do I put this? So the Canucks are off to a 4-0 start. And everybody's happy. I see a team with an anemic offense, a fortunate defense, a goaltender who has before shown that he can perform in small bursts as a very good goaltender. And then last year there were a couple times where he fell back badly. His stats last year, he had a .915 save percentage, which is middle of the road. Let's be honest, middle of the road. And was actually behind, 1 point behind Ryan Miller. I cheer for Vancouver, but I'd like to see them develop a cup contender, not a playoff team. And so when people say, well, that they can sneak into the playoffs, sure. A couple of years ago, Calgary went on a big streak and they snuck into the playoffs. And before that, Colorado snuck into the playoffs. And the teams that sneak into the playoffs usually get eliminated and then fall back so far the year after. But again, I've been down this road. This is my 36th season watching hockey. And so when I see a team get off to a good start, I go, because the Leafs did it, the Habs did it. There are a lot of other teams that have had really good starts and then just fallen apart. So I'm not going to get all excited. It was Buffalo. Like, it's Buffalo without Kane and Eichel. Like, it's not like, when they go to the California trip, when they go down to California and they face teams that normally kill them, historically have killed them, then we can talk about them having a good start. The homestand, you got Buffalo, you got Carolina. Those are two of the lesser lights in the East. I'm sorry for Buffalo and Carolina fans. It's just how it is. And you've got fans who in Calgary would be upset hearing your lesser lights, but they lost to Carolina at home, so there's definitely a problem in Calgary. And there's a come from behind win against St. Louis. Well, St. Louis couldn't beat Edmonton tonight either. So the Canucks haven't beaten a team yet that hasn't also struggled against Alberta. So there's some issue here. Okay, this is not just let's have a party. Well, no, because meanwhile Edmonton's off to a good start too. So I haven't looked. The top 3 teams in the league right now are Vancouver, Edmonton, and Montreal. That's not where they're going to end up. It's not going to happen. So, anyways, now that that's off my chest, and we're 3 minutes in, there's all kinds of stuff in here about versus. I'm not worried about that tonight. I'll get into that another time. There's some interesting ones in here. There's Nick Lidstrom versus Ray Bourque. That was what made me decide to buy it, was the Ray Bourque. But team reports. And this is where it gets interesting. I talk about impacts on the cup. Fan polls. Which logo is better? So here's the Ducks logo poll. The Mighty Ducks logo runs away with it. I disagree. And I disagree because, to me, the Mighty Ducks logo was always a corporate Disney logo, and the Ducks logo currently is a sports logo. Arizona's was closer than I thought it was going to be. It's 59% in favor of the current one, 41% in favor of that original native style design that they had that was a train wreck. Boston, this is kind of odd. So they have the smoked bee, or the old Bruins logo from the 1930s. Now, while I have the fuzzy Boston logo from back then, that's definitely the better one. So that one was 69% of the vote. Buffalo, this is closer than I thought it was going to be too. Buffalo, 35% went for the goat head. Over 65% went with the current logo, which is, of course, they didn't have the Buffa slug in there. No, they had the goat head. Calgary, this is sad. 80% in favor of the C, 20% in favor of the flaming horse head. Well, of course. Carolina, this is something I stated not too long ago, that Carolina's third logo, which is the flag, gets 64%, and their actual logo gets 36%. So people would actually prefer to see that third jersey as their regular. No surprise there. Chicago. Seriously. They're comparing the Blackhawks logo, the current one, to the original one way back in the day, which only got 14%. Well, of course. It's a black and white monstrosity. I'm going to turn this light on so we can see a little better here. I would say discuss amongst yourselves, but forget it. Forget it. And I'm posting a video at maybe 3 in the morning on East Coast. Whatever. Okay. Seriously? Come on. Back on. Yeah. Stomp my foot, man. Stop. Stop doing that. Come on. Come on. 1 sec. Alright, let's get back into logos, shall we? Colorado, who have had the same logo their entire time. I disagree with this one, too. 62% are picking the current logo, and 38% pick that C. I like the C better, personally. Columbus. 76% pick the current logo for Columbus. 24% pick the original logo for them. Dallas. Oh, no. This is just, no. For Dallas, 55% pick the current logo. 45% pick the old Dallas Stars logo. The better one. Sorry, I'm going to disagree with that result right there. Detroit, I'm not even going to post. Seriously, I mean, Detroit hasn't had anything else, I guess, but 14% picked that really old D logo. Oilers, again, they haven't really had a second one to talk about. So 86% picked the Oilers logo, and 14% picked that monstrosity, the oil gear. That's Oily the Oil Can should wear that jersey, though. He should. I'm going to make Oily the Oil Can a thing. It's going to happen. Florida. This is very telling. When Florida came out with their new jerseys, I immediately went online. Immediately. And made sure I had this one. Immediately. Everybody said buy the brand new Florida jersey, and it's like, no. Was my response. No. I like that one better, and apparently the fans agree. 61% like the original logo, 39% like the rebranding. I don't like it. Kings. This is interesting because they got 64% prefer the Gretzky Kings logo, 36% prefer this Kings logo. No mention of the current Kings logo in here. Why? Because it sucks. I like the coat of arms, and I'm sorry, I know people hated the coat of arms, but I liked it. Minnesota Wild. This is baffling and bewildering. They've never changed the logo. This is the exact same logo in a circle. What are you people voting for? Don't even vote on that one. Canadians, for fuck's sake, like the 1909-10 logo. Is anybody okay? So there's the Montreal one that Montreal recognizes as being Montreal, and then there's the C. That's not even a logo. That's just a C. It's a blue C. It's just a blue C, and 12% of people voted for the blue C. So they got trolled by 12% of the vote. Because nobody actually wants to see that as the Canadiens' new logo. Nashville. What the hell? Okay, now you guys are insane. So, okay, if you guys can go ahead and write in exactly what the difference is. Oh, it's a gold streak instead of a blue streak. And they had to do a fan poll on that one. There's absolutely No other differences. I'll leave this up here for a while. It's the exact same logo. It's exactly the same. New Jersey. Oh, go to hell. Seriously? And then right next to it, you have Jersey. See that? You know the difference? A black line instead of a green one. A black line instead of a green one. And people with the black line's better. Because black lines matter. That was a long way to go for that joke. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Now we're getting into some actual logos here. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. So Islanders, you got 72% like this, 28% like Captain Highliner. Remember, there's a 12% troll allowance. So, Captain Highliner, 28%. I'm looking for that jersey, for anybody who's wondering. I won't pay the price that they want for it on eBay. Rangers. Rangers is interesting because I know there were some people who really liked the Lady Liberty jersey. But as you see, the coat of arms gets a much higher rating. I really like the coat of arms, and yet that coat of arms jersey I have gets a lot of flack. I don't know why, because I really, really like it. Okay, Ottawa. I disagree with this one as well. I'm wearing the O, of course, so I'm biased. But in terms of logos, apparently the O is not very popular. Yeah. 27%. I agree with the 27%. I think the O looks sharper. Philly. Oh, for frick's sake. Philly's only other logo they've ever had is just that's the third jersey logo. Give me a break. One sec, I got a message to girlfriend. I gotta throw in the hugs and kisses, right? Because you're the boyfriend, so you gotta do these things. Oh, cool! And then a little like Japanese fox thing comes up. Weird. All right, Pittsburgh. These are actual logos. 67% like the current penguin, 33% like this one. The 33% like this one, this is a bad penguin. I have a jersey with that one on it. It's a bad penguin. I didn't know that it would automatically do that. There we go. I did it again. Yay. I like it when I randomly make animation happen that I don't know what's going to happen. The Blues! Come on! The Blues never had a different logo. So here you have the logo that won all the voting. And then over here you have Blues with Blues written over top. Blues never had another logo. 18%. So the troll rating on that's 18%. San Jose. Very minor difference. The new logo wins out for San Jose. So 73% went for the new one, which has the orange eyes and is biting through the stick more vehemently than the other one. Tampa. Tampa, the new stylized there, wins out over the old logo from when they were first in the NHL. Okay, that's cool. I'm making animations happen in Hangouts, and I don't even know how I'm doing it. Toronto. This should really make Toronto fans happy. So everybody said when Toronto changed the logo, we can't wait to get rid of the old logo. Well, guess what? Your hockey fan base, 51% voted for. Or no, it was more than that. 51%. Looks like a 7 on there. And 49% like the new logo. So guess what? People actually say they like this logo more than this. It's got to be the troll thing. Has to be. And then Canucks. I'm sorry, Canucks fans. You're not getting it back. The descending skate of spaghetti, and it wins out over the Orca, 54-46. I like the Orca better. Sorry. This is telling. The current Capitals logo, gets 64%. The Eagle gets 35%, which means that 64% of Capitals fans are wrong. So that's interesting. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. The Winnipeg Jets, the old Jets logo, only 52% to 48% in favor of the old Jets. So that's interesting. I always talk about jerseys. I'm always wearing jerseys. I just figure, you know what? Let's see what the fan bases think. So it's an interesting way of looking at it. So would I recommend getting this magazine? Well, let's take a look at Vancouver. See, I talk about Vancouver and why it's hard for me to get into it. Anyways, I love my girlfriend. All right, so here's the verses for the Canucks. Tougher loss, 2011 versus 94. Ooh, sick burn. Game 7's both of them. I haven't read through this at all yet, so let's go ahead and go through it. In his one-year reign of terror as Canucks coach, John Tortorella preached prior to his dismissal in May of 2014 that the Vancouver populace had to forget about 2011. That was another time and another team, but what a team. And what a bitter 7-game cup loss that sparked a riot rather than a victory parade. There would have been a riot if they won, too. Sorry, people. Say what you want about the 94 Canucks coming agonizingly close to the franchise's first NHL title by rallying from 3-1 series deficit. That's a great story of a 500 team defying long odds. The 2011 story was one of great expectation. Those Canucks were President's Trophy winners. They had the top-ranked offense, top-ranked defense, and an Art Ross Trophy winner in Daniel Sedin. They also had 2-0 and 3-2 series leads on Boston before losing their swagger. They never had swagger in that series. The Canucks won a pair of 1-0 struggles and another in overtime, but were blown out in all 3 games in Boston by a combined 17-3 score. Oh, it was close. Roberto Luongo allowed 15 goals in 7 periods and was yanked in Game 6. A 4-0 loss on home ice in Game 7 wasn't shocking. Daniel and Henrik Sedin combined for just 5 points in 7 games. On paper, the Canucks were the better team, but they lost the psychological war of being drawn into gamesmanship and controversy. They had no pushback, especially when Brad Marchand treated Daniel Sedin like his personal speed bag. It's why to this day they still talk in Vancouver about what should have been in 2011, not what actually occurred. 94. What hurts more, losing a race by getting lapped or losing by a photo finish? The Vancouver Canucks 94 Stanley Cup final defeat in Game 7 fits the latter category, and that's why it stings more than 2011. Yes, 2011 stands out for its infamous finish. After the Canucks dropped Game 7 of the final of Boston, on Vancouver ice, angry fans started to riot. Parts of the city went up in flames. It was one of the city's darkest days. But the defeat that night was a grinding, sleepy affair. The Canucks lost 4-0. They trailed 3-0 entering the third period. Flashback to Game 7 of 94 in Manhattan. The Canucks and Rangers had a tremendous back-and-forth series, with the Rangers winning 3 of the first 4, and the Canucks storming back to take Games 5 and 6. The Rangers opened the third period of Game 7 leading 3-1, but Canucks captain Trevor Linden cut the lead to 1 in less than 5 minutes in. Then, with roughly 6 minutes to go, Nathan Lafayette happened. The Canucks rookie ended up with the puck in the slot and a clean look. He wired a perfect shot. Well, almost perfect. It beat the Rangers goalie Mike Richter, but pinged off the post. Wouldn't have beaten that Glenn Healy, though, who was sitting on the bench. Tell you that Healy, he would have got it. He would have, but he was on the bench. Do you want to see his ring? The Canucks were that close to tying the game 3-3, and that's why 94 cut deeper. Vancouver could taste the Stanley Cup. The 2011 loss weighed too heavily, gets weighted too heavily because of the ensuing riot, which is odd considering Vancouver fans also rioted after the 94 loss. That's right, Vancouver stays classy till the end. And Canucks fans wonder why it's hard for me to cheer for the Canucks. 2 riots the last 2 times they got anywhere near doing anything, It makes it hard. And I'm not lying to you. It makes it really hard to cheer for your home team when you know damn well that if they win or they lose, the city's going to burn. Bullshit. And I know it's fans from outside of the city, or it's people who aren't even fans at all, just a bunch of asshole drunks. But it looks bad. The aesthetics look bad. I don't like it. So there you go. Great debates. There's one for every team, like that article I just read to you, and 30 clashes of player versus player. And they go through in excruciating detail which player should be better for both sides. It's a $10 magazine, and it's available everywhere. And I honestly, this is the kind of thing I'll be reading for the next 20 years of my life because it's amazing. Those magazines, the Hockey News does really, really well on. So anyways, that's it for me for today. I'm going to watch some, apparently Trevor Noah's out and Jacob Klepper's hosting. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, good night. Peace out.